Hey guys, EBPMAN here. Now in today's video, we're going to talk about solutions that are going to protect all of your electronics. Because let's face it, in our homes, we have laptops, tablets, smartphones that are quite expensive, headphones, smartwatches, all these electronic devices that I'm sure you'd like to have protected. So in today's video, we're going to talk about how you can create a protected environment for these devices with products like this from Austere. We have two of their solutions, and actually I have one more that I'm going to share with you today, because these are going to protect all your electronics and more. Let's go and check them out. Now, we cover a whole host of electronics on the channel, and we have high-end projectors. All of our electronics are protected by solutions like this from Austere. Today we're going to focus on a couple of their solutions that are really designed for, again, those small electronic devices that you may have around the house, or even those larger ones as well. But these things have an ultra small footprint. So first of all, we're going to talk about the V-Series Power 4 outlet. Now, this one's going to have a great protection despite the size. We're talking that while this is small, you're looking at 3,500 joules of protection. This guy right here, 3,500 joules of protection. And it also is going to remove a lot of the noise and interference that you just have in the electricity and what's coming through that outlet in the wall. So EMI and RFI protection is going to be present, so it's really going to give you the cleanest possible power so that your audio, your video, your laptop, any of your devices, they're not going to suffer from any unnecessary noise. Also, and even more importantly than that, they have fire and power spike protection. That means that any kind of overheating, anything that could happen with these devices because of power coming through that outlet is going to be protected using these solutions. If that wasn't enough, there's also more, right? So we're also looking at a lot of power options. We talked about 4 power plugs, right? What also has USB-C power, because let's face it, a lot of our electronics also have let's say USB-C PD power needs. So this solution also covers those as well. Now from a power perspective, you're going to be able to charge all of your electronics. So if you're thinking about your iPhone, your Android phone, your iPad, even your, let's say for example, if you have a MacBook Pro, you're going to be able to plug it in directly into these USB-C ports, because first of all it has USB-C PD of 45 watts, has a second USB-C PD of 20 watts, and then it also has a USB-A with 2.4 amps. The cool thing about these devices is that they also have a lifetime warranty. So now that we've described the 7 series, we're going to talk about the 5 series before we do the unboxing. And this one also has very similar power protection. The only difference that you have is the power output in your USB-C ports as well as the joules that you have protected. So now while you have the same RFI protection, EMI protection, you do have 3,000 joule protection when it comes to this, just slightly different from the previous one. Also it has that fire and power spike protection, but when it comes to the USB-C ports, you only have one PD port that's going to give you 20 watts of power. You do have a second one, you also have a USB-A, and then you have a 2.4 amp USB-A port. But it has the same warranty. We're talking about lifetime warranty as well. Now, one bonus item I wanted to highlight, and this is for those of you who are looking for power protection for more than your smaller electronics, even though you can definitely plug in like your projector and high-end electronics with this one, because it's going to give you a really thin profile against the wall. This big boy, when you look at all of the projector reviews that we have, they're all connected to this. This is going to be, again, this is the 7 series. So there are 2 versions of this. There's a 7 series and there's a 5 series power. And it's going to have enormous amount of outlets. This one right here has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 plugs that you can plug into. And it has great power protection. A little bit more than the ones that we just saw, like 4,000 joules of power protection, but it has the same type of features. Now, in addition to that, this one does also have some USB-C ports as well. Now in this case, from the USB-C port perspective and USB-A, you have 2 USB-A, 2 USB-C. They're going to have PD power 45 watts with a 60 watt peak. The cool thing about all these, again, all of these devices have a lifetime warranty. Again, I have this on all our projectors, all our electronics that we want to make sure that we protect. I highly recommend these as well. All right, so let's take a closer look at both of these items, and first thing I wanted to do is show you what the unboxing experience is going to look like, because these are our premium packaged items. I'm just going to open them up. A lot of thought has been given to the presentation here, and as you see, these are really nice in a felt-like type package. When you pull them out, so here you have where you can stick in your finger and pull these out just like this. They're thick, right? So this is what they look like. We'll take a closer look at this in a couple seconds. We'll open this up. There's really nothing else except the actual chargers in the boxes. We'll pull these out, or these outlets actually. We'll go ahead and put this aside, and we'll take a look at these. Now, we talked about the spec difference, right? There are some spec differences here, and they kind of indicate which one you're dealing with based on the colors here. So this is obviously going to greatly simplify how you have your electronics plugged in. These are going to be great, especially like if you have a child that's going to college and you have something going on like in a dorm and you want to be able to give them something to protect their electronics. This is something definitely that they can use. What I like about this is the thin profile. So notice how these plug in. It does have where you can put these permanently in the wall, right, so that they screw in. So you can notice how this screw right here that you see right here is the one that's on your faceplate that you put in. And you'll notice is if I move this over, you can actually use that. Now this is an optional thing. You don't have to have it, but if you want to have this really secure, you can use this, right? And then this is just like a little plug that goes right on top of it so you can see it. But this is an optional thing. This actually goes in your bottom if you have a twofer, which most of us do have, and then this would go on the top, but it gives this real nice stability. Here you have, again, your outlets, right? And you'll notice here how it says that this is on your audio side, right? And you have a little switch right here, which is also your surge protector. On this side, you have your video side, and then you have here your PD power, right, that's going on. So again, this is going to be great for home entertainment systems, or this could work really well as like what I do sometimes as well. I frankly have these in my bedroom, behind my nightstand, powering all my devices. Because let's face it, there are times that I'm in bed working on my laptop. There are times that I'm in bed either using some AR glasses or some type of metaverse type solutions that I want to have plugged in. So that's what this one will look like. We'll plug it in so you can see what this looks like. Over here, very similar approach, right? For the most part, you're going to see everything looks the same. So here you have your plugs. No delineation here for audio or video, right? You'll notice that that doesn't say anything there. But here you have your PD port and your standard USB-C, USB-A. And then you'll see your ground protection, again, surge protection, and then power that will show up here. So again, keep in mind that these are surge protectors, right? They're going to protect your electronics from any power surges. So let's plug one of these on so you can see what it looks like when it lights up. All right, so this is what it looks like when it's powered up. And you can see that it has here all indicators letting you know that everything is great, everything is functioning correctly. When you flip that switch off, it powers off. This one works exactly the same way. We'll flip it on, and again, it's telling you that you're grounded. Everything is hunky-dory or ready to go. Now, here I have a Galaxy Fold 4, and I'm going to go ahead and plug it in. And what we're looking to see is what kind of power is being delivered to it. You'll notice right here, it started up, and it's doing fast charging. So that port is delivering fast charging, I would say Qualcomm fast charging solution or power that's going to charge your phone fast. We're going to go ahead and plug it into the next one. This is the 20-watt one. We'll plug that in, and then we'll see how that one serves up power. And that one, you'll notice again, it's doing the fast charging. Now, if you notice, we did not have ultra fast or the super fast charging mode. So both of these ports look like they're only supporting fast charging. Now, the last one that I just wanted to highlight for you is the one that we have on our surge protectors. This is the big boy. This one has 4 outlets, right? But let's face it, nowadays with a lot of the simplicity in the components, this one right here would work, and it would simplify what I have on the floor, because I have this on the floor in my cabinet. But this greatly would simplify things because I actually don't use all of these. I only have one for my projector, one for my actual amp or sound system, and then these other ones are just, I have them as spares, so you don't really need that many. It all depends on what type of setup you have. But here what you can see is if I take this one out, much larger, right? For if you have a cabinet, this one can be tucked away in your cabinet for sure. You'll notice that on this side right here, and we'll try to bring that, there's going to be like an extreme close-up right there. Here you actually see all the USB-C that's there. It's pretty cool because, again, what most of us do is if you have a device that requires USB power, what you do is you plug it in here. So the reason why my setup is so clean is because I have any of those other devices that require USB-C, USB-A power plugged into the side. Keeps everything really nice and clean. So guys, that wraps up our review of these 2 new power solutions from Austere. See you in the next video.